If you're looking to get out of the city for the weekend, Joshua Tree National Park is a beautiful destination. The park's sprawling desert looks vastly different from the rest of the state, and at about 2 hours east of Greater Los Angeles, it's a doable drive with kids. We recently returned from the weekend at the park and we loved it. Winter and spring are great times to visit Joshua Tree, and we wanted to share 6 places inside the park to explore if you have younger kids. When you see our recommendations, it's also helpful to know that our kids aren't that into hiking. Because of that, our main goal was to take it easy and only focus on shorter, family-friendly hikes. Nothing longer than a 1.5 mile round trip, since hiking with kids can easily double a hike's average time. Afterwards, we'll even dive into the campground we stayed at and things to consider when visiting Joshua Tree National Park with kids. So on to the list. At number 1, we got Barker Dam. Barker Dam is a 1.1 mile loop that's easy to trek with kids. When you start the loop, you'll head in a straight line through a beautifully eroded stone canyon towards the trail's main attraction, Bighorn Dam. Built in 1900 by cattlemen, the dam is the lone water feature of the park. Once you got your fill and continue on the loop, you'll eventually step down into a desert clearing full of Joshua trees. We thought this was a great place to stop for pictures before getting onto the trail's second significant landmark. These petroglyphs were initially carved in the stone some 2,000 years ago and regrettably painted over in the more recent past. From the petroglyphs, the loop branches into 2 trails. Heading right leads you to the Echo T Trail, and left will bring you back into the canyon towards the Barker Dam parking lot. Number 2 is Arch Rock. Arch Rock Trail is another easy trail that can be hiked with kids, at 1.2 miles round trip from the Twin Tanks parking lot. You just have to follow the path that will take you towards the White Tank campgrounds. A short walk through the desert brings you into the crumbly rocks straight towards the park's arch. The arch is a beautiful rock formation, but it gets a little busy up there. While you're there, beware of the steep drop-offs to the north side of the arch. Once you're done taking it in, it might be worth checking out the rock formations to the south. We thought that was another excellent spot for photos. From there, you just backtrack to the parking lot. Number 3 is the Hidden Valley Picnic Area and Trail. Hidden Valley is an excellent stop for families. Not only is the hike a beautiful 1 mile loop, but the stop also has picnic areas that you can rest at and eat the food that you packed in. After the break, we hiked the trail into the valley and were floored. The loop takes you through a beautiful valley that looks like something pulled from the movies, with just the right mix of easy obstacles and steps for the girls. They had so much fun scrambling on the rocks, insisting that they got it, which slowed our progress, but it was worth it. Our favorite part of the loop was the back half, that had us hiking up a slight incline through the rocks back to the parking lot and restroom. Number 4, Cholla Cactus Garden. This suggestion comes with a big danger warning. But if walking isn't your thing, the Cholla Cactus Garden might be for you. At only a 0.2 mile loop, you're trading in fewer steps for more danger as you walk through the spikiest garden of your life. So you definitely need to keep the kiddos close as you walk the field of teddy bear Cholla. The plant's playful name doesn't match the horrifying barbs known to be some of the most painful in the cactus family. And I know I'm making it sound a little scary, but it truly is a beautiful sight. You just need to be careful. Also note that the Cactus Garden is the furthest away from most of the park's other landmarks, but worth checking out if you're in the area to hike the Arch Trail. Number 5, the Hall of Horrors. It's hard to recommend such a nightmarishly named trail for kids, but the Hall of Horrors is a fun option for families looking to do more than just hike. Well known for its climbing and bouldering, our girls enjoyed climbing the rocks and sneaking through a few mini caves we found along the trail. They also had a lot more fun than we expected watching all the climbers scaling so many of the mountain's steepest walls. But we only got to explore it for about 30 minutes before the sun started setting and we had to make our way out. And number 6 is Skull Rock. While there is an easy 1.7 mile trail that includes Skull Rock, we recommend just pulling off to the side of the road and making a short walk up to the rock that rests just off the park's main street. Looking at it straight on, the rock loses a bit of its skull look, but at the angle walking up from the crosswalk, it's perfect. Because it's effortless to access, Skull Rock is pretty busy throughout the day, so try to be patient and helpful to other families trying to convince their kids to look at the camera and smile. Those are our 6 recommendations for exploring Joshua Tree with kids. 3 hikes and 3 destinations. We really think those spots are entirely doable for families looking to just visit Joshua Tree with kids. We split those destinations up over a day and a half in the park, or 12 hours in total. Arriving at 2:30 p.m. on a Saturday, our only goal was to complete Barker Dam and the Hall of Horrors. before getting a full day with friends on Sunday, where we finished everything else on the list. And honestly, if you want your kids to have the best experience hiking outdoors, we highly recommend trying to visit Joshua Tree with another family with kids. It just makes everything easier, and the kids enjoy it so much more. But you still need to remember, if you're outdoors, in a national park, or a remote trail, you need to be careful. From big falls to rattlesnakes inside the cracks, it's important to stay mindful of your surroundings, especially with kids. As for camping inside the park, consider the time you're visiting. The temperature during our stay in February dipped down to 36 degrees. While we could do that with our kids because of our van, we don't recommend families tent camp in such cold weather with young kids. As for us, we stayed at the Black Rock Canyon Campgrounds, which sits at the very top right corner of Joshua Trees National Park. While it's unfortunate that the campground isn't fully connected to the park, it had decent phone reception, and the main building had informational billboards displaying all of the park's current conditions and available activities, along with a QR code sign where you can buy your ticket into the park to avoid the pay line to get in. Overall, we enjoyed Black Rock, but if we had planned our visit months in advance, we definitely would have opted to stay in the center of the park. Hidden Valley's first come, first served sites would have been amazing, but it's hard to plan out something with kids if you don't know where you're going to be sleeping at night. Because of that, we think a reservation at Jumbo Rocks looks like the best campground inside the park that you can reserve online. Hopefully all this information gets you rolling on a plan to go visit Joshua Tree National Park. If this is the first time you're seeing our content, we're always out exploring the state with our girls. So check out our California with Kids playlist here before you go. We post something new every Tuesday, so we hope to see you again next week.